Hey guys, it's baydensinghyt here. Welcome to my first speed build on the channel. I'm so sorry about the camera right now. It is my first time having a go recording a voiceover for a speed build. I'm excited. As you can see, we are renovating the porta potty warehouse that came in The Sims 3 Showtime. This video, if you want to see the full video, it's already on the channel. It's a solid 3 hours long. So I thought, you know, what better build to have a go doing a speed build on than this one, because I think a lot of people would have been reluctant to turn on and click on a 3 hour video. So I thought we'll do a shorter speed build and hopefully some people will be interested in checking it out. It's also my first time. I don't know how to set this up very well. I'd already recorded this with Facecam, so I have to do it this way in OBS. Anyway, that's a bit like behind the scenes kind of thing. So it's kind of weird if I want to pause the like voiceover, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so as you can see, basically what we were doing, the original building was so dark, dingy, and it gets placed automatically when you load up your new town, like Sunset Valley or whatever your new town may be. And specifically in Sunset Valley, it's on the beach. It's a really nice position. And it's just this big black box of a building. Nothing really that exciting to do in the actual build, because obviously this all came out before late night, so you couldn't even get like, you know, the proper like bars and stuff like that. You couldn't get like a bartender. You couldn't order food from the bar, that sort of stuff. I also had to speed it up to 4 times speed, by the way, just so if it is a bit hectic, just let me know, because like I could have done 3 times, so it would have been over an hour. So I was just like, oh, I just cannot be bothered to mess around with that. I want to try and keep it under an hour, but basically what we're doing in this video is we're trying to adjust the floor plan, try and get as much natural light into this building as possible, because it really needs it. And it doesn't look like it's supposed to be on the beach. It really doesn't look like a beachfront property at all, or a beachfront community lot for that matter. So I really wanted to add a beachy vibe to it and try and make it feel a lot more at home. But yeah, I'm very excited. I don't know, ever since I started my YouTube channel, I've always wanted to do a speed build. So finally doing one. Very, very exciting times. But basically I took a lot of inspiration from some of the like community lots in my real life. Some of the venues that are, because I live I live in a coastal location, so there are a lot of places that do a lot of venues that are very coastal, very beachy, on the beach. They're like fun, hip, young venues for all ages. So I was sort of trying to pull inspiration from like my local venues, and had one in particular in mind that I really liked. They recently did a renovation, and it was full of a lot of greenery. It was very light, bright, a lot of woods, like a lot of wood tones. It was really contemporary, and I really loved it. So that's kind of the inspiration that we're taking. Basically, back to the video. Obviously, at the moment, as you can see, we're working on the floor plan. We really tried to like just make it less boxy. I really wanted to add a lot of balconies, add some outdoor spaces to it so that it felt a little bit more just open, fresh and airy, that sort of stuff. So yeah, we did obviously do that void, as you can see. I don't know if my mouse is like in the middle of the screen. There we go, that's a bit better. I moved the mouse. But yeah, so we did the void obviously over the where the stairs are. I've created this front balcony as well, and this back balcony, and tried to reduce the footprint of the actual building. But it's basically kept the original shape, which I think is really, really cool, and a fun little way to pay homage to the original build. This is us currently now just working out. I think we're doing, an internal floor plan. It was really hard to see what was going on in the build as well. So I was deleting some of the walls to get outdoor lighting, which I thought was really funny. But basically at the moment, we're just going around sort of trying to figure out where we want to place everything. I think at the moment, we're picking out some windows, trying to see what's going to look good, what's going to look contemporary, hip, beachy, that sort of vibe. This build also took me so long. When I recorded it, I was recording it for like a solid 8 hours. Sorry, I'm recovering from COVID at the moment. It is a bit of a nightmare. Oh, I think I've paused this. How do I get this back? There we go. Beautiful. Sorry about that. When I was recording this, as I said, it was taking a solid like 8 hours. I kept taking breaks. This was before I'd sort of started well, at the moment, I figured out an editing software to use. It's a really easy one. It's a free one called CapCut, and I'm using that, which I will definitely just cut out, use to cut out anything that I need. And I think obviously using it to create the speed build today. At the moment, we are working on a lattice. I had a vision of like the outdoor area being enveloped in like a lattice with like nice greenery, like some like nice flowers growing over the like white lattice, and that's basically what we're trying to work on now. It was quite a challenge throughout this whole build because I didn't realize you needed to place the, what do you call it, the like greenery over flooring. So we ended up having to come back to that at some point and add flooring in, and then that way we can use that to place the greenery, and it's a whole thing. Obviously, as you can see, they were using walls to create the tiles to allow us to create the lattice in the first place. So anyway, it was something that we did have to revisit quite a lot, but we did get there in the end. I am quite a fan of doing, see at the front there, those columns, and then carrying that up to the second floor I thought was really, really cool as well. And it's something that I've seen a lot of more modern builds, and I'm quite a fan of it. As you can see here, oh my god, I haven't done this evenly. I do come back and fix that up. I think we're figuring it out right now. I'm like, oh wait a damn minute, it's like not even, because like, yeah, one of them's an extra tile. That was my, yeah, here we are fixing it now. That was my silly mistake, but yeah, we get there in the end. But yeah, no, it's an interesting layout of the original build. Like the ground floor was like a Showtime kind of, it obviously came with Showtime, so it had like a performance stage, had like one bar, that was literally it. And then you go upstairs, it was a big open space once again with like obviously the equipment you can see there, the gaming equipment, the DJ booth, that sort of stuff. And there was a bar, not a functional one. But so I was trying to really just create distinct zones and distinct spaces, so that we can be like, oh yeah, this is the dedicated, dance floor area. This is the dedicated bar area. This is the area where we have like, we might put like a footy game on the TV or something. And this area is more like, refined. We might have some live music. Like I was trying to think like that. And it was quite a challenge. As you can see, we're here. What we're doing here is we're trying to create some interest on the side of the buildings. I realized after I came back from a little bit of a break that it was just a really flat and boxy build. So I was like, I really want to try and add some cool flower beds, like stuff that stereotypical modern Sims builds have. Like they have the little jutting in bits where you have like a garden bed and like a jutting out bit, just to create interest and just to create a point of difference and a bit of uniqueness on the side of the build. Here we're paying homage to the original build, which had a nice kind of behind the bar. It was like a pool from the upper level, and it was like a basically enclosed glass with water. That's what we're trying to create here, which I thought was a really fun way to pay homage to the original build. So we're creating we're going to have some nice windows, exactly the same, but obviously we've moved the bar into a new position now. One of the big aims that I had with this build was to try and have a lot of indoor-outdoor spaces, in the sense that we had a lot of big windows, big doors. It felt really inviting. That's sort of what I was trying to achieve. We're having a weird window glitch here, so that was me just reloading the lot, trying to figure out what was going on. I don't know why it was going all red. It was very weird. But yeah, we're basically creating some windows here. I can't remember if we left it that way, if we had the windows, like the glass open both sides, like to the outside and then to the bar. I honestly don't remember. We'll have to wait and see. I did want to create separate windows on the ground and the top floor, and I can't remember if we did. Oh, so many questions, but it was a while ago. I am also recovering from COVID at the moment, so just excuse my voice. I occasionally have to pause the recording and cough because, oh my god, I've literally had it for like 6 days. It's been a nightmare, and I feel so much better like after like 3 days, but like this cough is just like lingering. Anyway, so we're adding over some windows now, and basically the end of this build, it's basically just wall to floor, like wall to wall windows. And I love that about it. I love the idea of it being so open and so spacious, and basically just a wall of glass, a wall of light coming in. And I'm really excited for you guys to see the finished product. We're using these doors here, which are really nice. I think they came with seasons. They're really nice, and they do match really well with those windows that we've got. We're using Creator Style just to sort of make them match really, really similarly. We did want to have sort of distinct on the sides, two around the void, like 2 distinct walkways. I'm pretty sure one of them ended up being more of a bar space, the one on the right hand side now if you're looking at the screen. We ended up having that as an upstairs bar as time sort of goes on. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember what we oh no, we're just changing the windows. Yeah. All right, interesting. Adding the using a bit of being really consistent with it and trying to incorporate the same doors and windows and stuff throughout the build, which I thought was a really nice idea. I don't know what I'm trying to find here. We were considering creating like a front desk type sort of like check-in reception area for the venue. So that's what we were trying to do there. I was like, is there even like a register that we can use? Like, I couldn't really remember because we haven't really built or done much with community lots on this channel in The Sims 3. So at the moment now we're trying to find, I just wanted plain white stairs. It was a bit of a process. I ended up using these ones here from Island Paradise and using the creator style tool just to sort of create a nice plain white stair. I'm pretty sure we ended up wanting to add a bit of color into the build. So we have incorporated these nice tiles here. I love how I'm pointing at the screen like you can see, but obviously the tiles, it was more like a Spanish sort of Moroccan inspired from Island Paradise. I thought it was a nice touch to the venue as well, just to add a little bit of color in. Basically, the idea behind those doors downstairs as well, I wanted them to sort of be like those doors that you could open out, like the sliding doors, and have it, they could all open. That's kind of the vision that I had. Stack of doors, whatever you want to call them. Here we're sort of potentially creating like a cloakroom. I can't remember if we ended up sticking with that. I think we did definitely get rid of that, but they had a cloakroom in the original build, which I thought was creative, and I liked the thought process that they had. I think now we're working on potentially some exterior paint. I was wanting to do those columns in an accent sort of paint, whether it be a stone. I wasn't quite sure, but I ended up deciding on this nice wood paneling, and I used creative style to make it white, and I was quite happy with it. I thought it looked really nice, and we ended up picking out, here we are, we're going to create just a plain white wall. I wanted a textured wall, so I used that flat wall there that had a little bit of texture, a little bit of fleck in it. I think I experimented with inverting it and having the columns just be white, but I'm pretty sure in the end we went with the columns being the wood texture. Here we are adding in a half wall on top. This is where I realized more problems that we've got here with the lattice area. I couldn't build the half wall over the lattice area because it had no support. So we needed to go back and add in our structural wall just for the purposes of of adding in that half wall. But yeah, I wanted to have, it's a staple in a modern build. Basically, this is a modern build. I wanted to have that half wall to sort of create that's the roof. I did want to do just a plain white flat roof. So that's what we've done here. I'm pretty sure we ended up, we didn't. I was going to say, I couldn't remember if we brought the half wall over the lattice or if we ended up deciding against it. And I think we did decide against it. We ended up just painting it white and using that white flooring as you guys can see here. And then, we're using the nice paneling there. I swear we used the paneling on the art, like the columns. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. But anyway, that was really annoying there. It wouldn't let me change the trim of the half wall, so I had to go back and paint it all. I do remember that being really annoying. But yeah, it's all starting to come together now. As you can see, it's really, really nice and bright now. I wanted to do a skylight or a void or something. Sorry, a skylight above the void. And there was one that came here with Into the Future. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. We placed that over the void. The idea was that I wanted light to be flooding in like a skylight all the way down and bleeding into the bottom part of the floor, the ground floor, sorry, is what I was trying to say. And now we're picking a fence that we're going to be using in the build. So I think we ended up changing it. This was a while ago. I do remember playing around with some different fences and just sort of trying to see what looks good when you recolor it, because sometimes when you recolor things in The Sims 3, they don't always look the same, even if you pick the exact same color based on the obviously the texture of the item and that sort of stuff. It was a bit frustrating, but anyway, I think we took another break there. That's what that was. And now we're picking out and basically trying to get the big furnishing items into the build build so that we can get a rough idea of scale and be like, okay, this is where the bar area is going to be. As I was trying to say before, this is where the dance floor is going to be. And we could figure out if we were going to be able to fit everything that we needed in, if we needed to expand, if we needed to scale back. So here we are picking out some bars. There's not too many nice bars. I really like the one that we chose. I really do, honestly. And we ended up recoloring it a bit. I think we added a terrazzo top, and we carried that over using Creator Style to these matching sort of cabinets. I don't know why I've jumped into... Oh, yeah, we were trying to figure out why it was glowing. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's because I've got really strong lighting above it. And that's why it's really glowing, which is annoying. I think we do fix it at one point. I think I ended up moving the lights away from that area. We were experimenting around there with the layout of the bar, if we wanted to have like a break up in between the two bars using the cabinetry, or if we wanted to have just some additional cabinetry on the sides, and we kept it as is. This is us now trying to sort of plan out where everything's going to be. I'm like, upstairs here will be a game room. This is might be where we put another bar, that sort of thing. I've placed this dance floor down. I think it came with late night, and I was sort of trying to figure out what we're going to do. Oh yeah, now we've jumped ahead. We're just sort of figuring out this will be like a sort of little seating area for the bathroom. But yeah, I added some strobe lights and some like little disco lights in over on the dance floor, which I thought was a lot of fun. But yeah, we're sort of starting to start doing a bit of furnishing now and adding a little bit of detail that will come at the end, but we do add a little bit of detail just so we can sort of get a rough idea of how the build is going to look in the end. All right, what are we doing now? We're working on... Oh, yeah, I was just discovering how amazing the sectional sofas were in The Sims 3. We love that. Do miss that. I don't even know, do they even have that in The Sims 4? I really need to start playing a bit more of The Sims 4. I do really like these ones. I think we use them quite a lot in this build. It's got the little light glow underneath. I thought they were really nice, and I thought they looked really modern and really in keeping with the theme of the build. We did want to use a lot of accent colors. So as you can see there, I've picked a yellow. I wanted the main foundations of the build and the walls and stuff like that to be white. And then we can add a lot of pops of color in with the furnishing, which I thought was a lot of fun. We're working on the bathrooms first, I'm pretty sure. I think the male one is going to be on the left and the female one is going to be on the right. And yeah, I think, honestly, we could have done just like gender neutral bathrooms. I didn't even really consider that. That would have been a nice idea. But we've just kept it as is with the original build. I'm pretty sure we end up adding in... I can't remember what we had in there. No, I was going to say, I don't think we added anything crazy. I literally think it was just basic, and we added a little bit of, fun with the wallpapers and had a bit of fun with a bit of texture in there. And I sort of tried to make it, keep it look pretty classy, but also still pretty beachy. There's not really that many sinks in the game, so we ended up having to use those into the future sinks, which was kind of weird. But I think we ended up adding some plants in as well, which was really good. And I think we also played with color. I think one had a different tone. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, we must have kept the tiles the same. I thought they had different colored tiles. But we were playing around here with a feature wall. I really wanted to have a feature wall behind the sink area. I wasn't sure if we should do a stone. I'm pretty sure we ended up doing something really subtle. I do remember that. We'll have to wait and see. But God, Creator Style is just amazing. I really do love it. Yeah, we ended up just using our plain wall. And I think we did a white feature wall. So it looks really... Yeah, there it is. It was that one. Looks pretty schmick if you ask me. We love that. But yeah, at the end of the build, we go back through and add I think we added some wall art, some sconces, stuff like that, just to really sort of tie it all together. Oh, jokes, we do the sconces now. This was a while ago, guys, and I've had COVID for 2 weeks. Give me a break. No, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I did want to get a little bit more light into the space, but I didn't really want to have a window out to the patio area, the back patio area, so we only can have windows on that side part. So it is what it is. What are we working on now? Let's wait and see. Oh, is this where we try and figure out? Yeah, I remember now. I was looking for just a clothing rack or something, or some open shelving with it looks like it's got clothing on it, and I couldn't find anything anywhere. I swear we had it. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of Sims 2. I don't know. I swear it was in The Sims 3. Maybe it was a store item. I don't know. But that's why we gave up on having the cloakroom. It was a nice thought, so I will give myself that. But I also was sort of really frustrated with the lighting because these lights are nice, but they have a little string on them, and I'm just like, it doesn't, I don't know. I wish that the item came without the string, because like I just wanted basic little down lights. And there are down lights, like there is one, I think you can see it down at the bottom there, but it's like a focused one. It doesn't let off much light, which is really annoying. Was talking over it then, but we added a nice feature pendant light hanging over the bar. I was really happy with it. I thought it really fit with the beachy vibe and the sort of like light, bright, classy kind of vibe. I don't know. I was really happy with it. I was going to add a big light there, but then I remembered there was a skylight and had a bit of a giggle about that. We're just sort of putting the lights down so we can see what the venue is going to be looking like at night. And if we need to, you know, go a bit crazy with the lights, or it is good. I do recommend doing the lighting at night time so you can see, because that's when it's going to be on. Like during the day, you're not going to be needing it. We did add a lot of those sconces around the place, which I thought was really fun as well. I don't know. I really did put a lot of effort into this build, so I really hope you do like it, because it was a lot of fun and it took a long time. And I was really excited when I posted it too, but like I don't think it did us very well because, as I said, it was a 3-hour video, so I don't think anyone wanted to click on that. All right, here we are placing the DJ booth. I was trying to play around with it because I didn't want it to look too futuristic. I wanted it to sort of, if anything, look a little bit more kind of earthy. No, earthy's not really a word, but like a little bit more rustic, a little bit more like beachy. Like this is really like, you know, almost like 2000s, like Cosmolux kind of, I don't know. I'm not very good with the names of styles, but I don't know. The DJ booth didn't really fit. I'm pretty sure I thought there was only one, but then I remember finding one later on in the build and I was like, oh. We're adding a fountain out the front because I thought that was a nice little touch, a little curved fountain, which is a bit cute. And I think we ended up painting it and making it nice and white. And it just looks like a really nice, crisp, classy little space, which is great. And then, yeah, we got a little flooring down there. This is me just trying to find like a literal basic white flooring. I think I forgot that there was one on the ceiling. So I probably could have, like not the ceiling, but like the top floor of the build, like the roof. I don't know. There was, anyway, I totally forgot. I had this idea out here to add this walled area where we could place a big TV, because my vision like at this venue that like I'm trying to build is that they would have like, you know, sporting games, like MTV. They would just have, you know, stuff on in the background. Everyone's going to be sitting around in some nice lounges, some nice tables, chatting amongst their groups, but then also this, you know, sports games going on in the background, or the new, I don't know, not the news, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's, I thought a sporting type thing, or maybe some like music videos and stuff would be really good. Here we are trying to find a nice sign, because there are some pretty decent signs in The Sims 3, but I don't know, I wanted a sign on the front side, the facade of the building. Couldn't find anything, and then I did find things that wouldn't let me place it there, and I was just like, what is going on? So I just kind of gave up on that. It would have been nice, but hey, tis what it is. All right, here we are adding in a nice little entrance area. So I'm pretty sure we ended up just putting like a little, oh no, we couldn't put the computer. I can't, that's really annoying. But we do a bit of shelving at the back. I do remember that. It's sort of just like a little place that you can check in, pretend that like maybe you'd like go check your booking or settle your bill out there or something like that. I did use some, it's like a cash register. I think it came with, like in the little, not the debug menu, but like the community lot item menu. And I think it's like a food register. I'm pretty sure like someone will be there and like you can go and buy food, which is like not what I wanted it for. But like there was no just decorative register. So anyway, that's what we ended up doing. We added in that seating that we've got over near the toilet area to the foyer area, which I thought was nice. You might sit there and wait for like an Uber, a taxi or something, or just, you know, sit and wait for your friends if they're like, you know, you want to pick them up. I don't know. I just thought it'd be nice to have a seating area in the foyer. Here we are sort of trying to find a nice shelving or like open shelving or something to put behind this area, because obviously it's like a foyer. They're going to have some storage there. You know, they're going to keep some like, you know, maybe some files. I don't know. That's kind of the thought process I had. I couldn't really find anything that fit, unfortunately. So I think we ended up just placing some blank floating shelves, and then I added in some decor items, and I was like, you know what, that'll do. I think we added the cabinetry underneath as well. We extended the cabinetry. Here I am here trying to add some ivy. I found like a store item that I downloaded, and it was, yeah, here it is here. You can see it. It's like a climbing ivy sort of thing. I literally had to Google if they had a fish tank in The Sims 3 because I couldn't find one, but we ended up finding one, and it wasn't quite what we were looking for. We ended up at like having this, but I wasn't happy with it, so we ended up changing it to the floating shelves. But it was a nice thought, honestly. You know, I tried to make it work, but it wasn't really working. It kind of kept bleeding out into the other parts of the room, which was a bit annoying. All right, we've jumped over to the upstairs patio, and then this doesn't stay, but I thought that was nice. Like in the venue that like I'm thinking of, there's a similar venue in the area, and it's got like a nice cabana, like a straw cabana, and that's kind of the vibes I was going for there. I was like, oh, we'll have a nice straw cabana there. You can have some seating, some bench seating, little coffee table, that sort of stuff. But it ended up not really working. We couldn't really place anything under it. We decided to do an upstairs bar. I thought we were going to do a double wide bar, but it wasn't quite enough room because we had to consider obviously entrance to the game room, that sort of stuff. So we ended up just doing a single bar, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that changes, but yeah, I just thought that'd be nice for the Sims to have another spot to get some drinks, especially if you're sitting upstairs, because there's two main areas upstairs for like, well, I guess three technically. There's the right hand side, if we're looking at the screen right now, and that's our like sort of live music area. The left hand side, which is obviously like, you know, the footy area where we'd have like a more of a beer garden type thing. I don't know, that's not really the right word, but we'd have like some nice plush seating. You'd get food, you'd order like pub vibes, and then obviously the gaming area. So I thought we'd have like a, you know, I was almost sort of thinking like a poker machine area, but obviously that's not in the Sims. So I was like, that's the vibe I was thinking. I was like, well, what else is at a pub? What else is at a club? That sort of stuff. I was like, well, poker machines. And I was like, well, we could just have a games room, you know, somewhere that people can go and just have a bit of fun with their mates. And I just want, there is a lot of items in the Sims 3, for your Sims to do. Items that create things for your Sims to do. So such as the pool table, foosball table, that sort of stuff. So I really wanted the venue to have a lot of things for our Sims to do when they visited the venue. So we're definitely going to be using this venue in a lot of our Sims 3 gameplay. Definitely going to place it in all my worlds because I'm really, really happy with it. Trying to work out the layout of the games room at the moment, which was quite a challenge because I didn't want it to be too big, but I also like the items are obviously really big. Big skee ball machines, like a big pool table, took up quite a lot of room, so it was hard to sort of work out the layout. Pretty sure we ended up having some of the gaming tables, like see the arcade table things, we ended up having them out in the main area along the walkway, along the back wall there, and I was pretty happy with that. So, and I think we also added, shuffleboard. We added a shuffleboard table in the main area, like the upstairs landing area. Now we've moved over to the beer garden area downstairs, which I was really excited about. This is the area that I sort of pictured having a lot of like greenery, some built-in planters, that sort of stuff. And just being an area where this one I was thinking of more like a smokers area. Like obviously that's not really a thing in The Sims 3, but because it's near the dance floor, I was like, this is a little bit more kind of, I guess you could say a bit more grungier, but it doesn't really come out that way, but like unintentionally it was a little bit more grungier, a little bit more, yeah. That's kind of the vibe I was going for. And then upstairs is going to be a little bit more where you go and sit and have a meal and like a bit more classy where, you know, you have your cocktail, like, I don't know, bougier vibes upstairs is what I was thinking. So it's just sort of the thought process I had. I wanted to have distinct areas, but I'm adding in a sort of homemade planter at the moment, which is a bit of fun. So I use half walls. And then I'm pretty sure we just placed some literally like these, no, not those. It was like the bushes, the hydrangea bushes in there. And it actually looked all right. I wasn't, these, like, obviously could have looked a bit better, but it wasn't too bad. Going for a little bit of a yellow theme, as you can see. So we've got the yellow peonies, sorry, not hydrangeas, but I thought they looked really, really nice. And I placed that fountain out there a little while back. I think that came with Island Paradise once again, and I thought that was really nice touch as well. I wanted to have some like sun lounges and stuff in this space. I wanted this to be almost like, the way it ends up is, this is the closest part to the beach. So I was picturing this as more like beach club at the front, but also in the nighttime, it would be like a smokers area kind of thing. That's kind of what I was thinking. But like during the day, I wanted to have beach club vibes. So I had the reclining sun lounges. Towards the end, we added in a fire pit over the right-hand side, which I really, really liked as well. This is me once again taking a break. Oh my God. It was literally 3 hours of footage and I was recording for about 8 hours. Like I took a few breaks and like went and did things because like it was just taking me so long and I was just getting so drained. And it gets to a point where you're like, oh my God, like I need to just take like a little break away from the computer because I just, especially when I was yapping as well, like I was commentating along. So you sort of just get a bit like mentally fried. As you can see, we're continuing this yellow theme throughout. I don't know if we kept the sun lounges. I swear that we use different sun lounges. I don't know. Anyway, got some little benches here that we can sit at. Not benches, lounges, I guess you'd call them. Just sit out and look at the beach because it's a really nice view. As you can see back there, we've just adjusted the sun lounges. Like, you can't actually see it. I'm blocking it right now. And then over here, we added some tables. This is where I was sort of picturing you could sit down and have like maybe, what's the word? Like, you would still order food and stuff, but like I think maybe this is more like a private sort of like function I think you'd have down here. I don't know. But anyway, there are some tables if you do want to sit and, you know, for whatever reason. But like upstairs, I was more picturing like that's where you'd order food and that sort of stuff. The original venue as well was quite realistic. I liked the way they had like a dressing room. They had like a storage room, but like it wasn't very well executed, as you guys know. So I tried to avoid that. Like, obviously there's no kitchen or anything in this area, but like you can order food. Like, I didn't really like stress too much about that. I mean, we could have made it a restaurant lot. I'm pretty sure I can download that. What's it called? Business as usual bistro or something came with the Sims 3, so we could have made it that. We can always go back and adjust it. But yeah, where the tables are, I'm pretty sure we ended up placing a nice fire pit, having some nice lounges, making it a bit more plush and inviting. But for now, we've just got these little chairs, which is cute. I also really liked the sort of like a little bit more casual, cheap kind of vibes with the plastic chairs. I thought that looked nice. Like, you don't have to have like, you know, the nicest of the nice kind of chairs and everything. So I really liked the pastel green that we sort of went with there. It wasn't really pastel green, actually. It was more like jade. But anyway, now we're using these chairs once again. Our little lounges, my favorite. And I just sort of wanted somewhere for people to maybe sit down, you know. I don't know. They should have lounges and seats on the dance floor. You know, sometimes you want to have a bit of a boogie, but like you don't really want to be up. So I don't know. That's just the thought process we had there. Try to add some detail into the space. Here we are now, just going around, and I'm adding some wall decor in, which is nice. So I ended up picking that little musical note thing there, which is nice. Added some pictures back over there. Sorry, I keep jumping. I think now we're going to... What are we doing up here? We might be doing the like live music area now. I added a bubble blower. I don't know. That's the vibe I got. I was like, live music, like you have like a jazz band there. You might have your bubble blower. Like, it's that kind of crowd. Like, they'd have like their cigars. Like, I don't know. That's sort of the vibe I was going for. So that's why I put the bubble blower there. But anyway, so we're playing around with some different instruments, and I wanted to have, it would have been nice to have a more official stage to pay homage to the original venue. Obviously, it was from Showtime. It had a big stage, but I wanted a more informal kind of vibe. So that's where I thought they'd have these instruments off to the side, and that's where obviously they might even be like a jazz band. It might literally just be like they'll have like a pianist playing, but I've got the other instruments there if they do have like a proper band, and like they can come and play some jazz music and that sort of stuff. And yeah, we've got a guitar, we've got a little, what are they called, upright bass or cello, and a drum set as well, which is cute. And I think I added a microphone in a sec. But anyway, I think I'm yapping now. In the original video, now we're starting on the sort of upstairs, upscale sort of beer garden area, which I'm really, really happy with. And this is probably my favorite part of the build, if I'm being completely honest, this area out here. I really wanted mismatched lounges, like a really plush, comfortable vibe. This was a different venue that I was envisioning from this area. It was a pub venue that is in my local area, and they have like a really nice beer garden, and it's got, you know, a mixture of lounges, like a mixture of like high tables, a mixture of like, you know, like lounges and then like low tables, like coffee tables, but you can still get food, like that sort of stuff. So yeah, we added a nice front seating area there if someone really wants to watch the game. And then I ended up doing like a wraparound sort of bench seat here, which I thought was really cool. And I tried to use different coffee tables. At the moment, they're all the same, but I think we go back and change it and use some different coffee tables, try to make it feel mismatched, and just really, really inviting in that sense. Here we are adding in like more, I was picturing this as more like high, like a really high bar that you'd like sit and just have a drink and like sit and watch the game or the TV or whatever. So I don't think you might even just get like, well, I mean, you could get food obviously, but like this is more like you might just be sitting there at like a really high bar. That's the vibe I was going for there. Here we are updating the coffee tables, making them a little bit different. Not too many to choose from, honestly. I feel like The Sims 3 really didn't have that many items like they did. They had some really cool items, but I think a lot of it, I think they was sort of wanting you to buy from the store. That's sort of the vibe I've always gotten, but I'm sort of planning here now what we might do. I think I end up adding it in just a moment. Yeah, we ended up adding a nice sort of divider for this room, and I think we ended up putting a register in here. Yeah, same, like, so this is where you'd maybe go and order your food. This is where you go and, like, you know, settle your bill, that sort of stuff. So that's what I was sort of thinking there. And then I think we moved the high table. I actually think that we ended up putting the high table downstairs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did something here that I really loved. I did this in one of my Sims 3 house builds. These plastic chairs, it kind of reminds me of my old high school. We had like these similar chairs and they were all multicolored, and I really loved them. So yeah, I sort of emulated that there with that like little dining table area. Here we got our really plush sofa area. It was a bit of a hard space to furnish this one. I remember sort of struggling with it. I think we ended up changing it. I was going to say, I think we ended up making it like that, like having it like that, so it's sort of more facing each other, and then a higher table, which I thought was kind of cool. So just sort of going around and trying to fill the spaces, and just so we can fit as many Sims as possible in here. We've got a mixture of seats, tables, high tables, low tables. So yeah, I really like it. Sorry, just blowing. I'm just honestly spruiking my build up, but I'm pretty proud. And then we went with the yellow theme for those seating, for those chairs there. I think, yeah, this is where we moved the arcade tables and stuff, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's where I found the other DJ booth. That was funny. Did we end up swapping it? I can't remember. It looked like we just did, but anyway. Yeah, now we're moving out all the arcade tables. I think we ended up getting the shuffleboard in a sec as well. We do end up getting some nice lounges out here so people can maybe sit and, like, you know, while their friends are playing games or that sort of stuff. Because, like, not always everyone can be playing a game at once. So you might sit and wait for your friends or wait for your turn kind of thing. So we add that down in a moment. I can't remember. I think we kept the chess table. I like the chess table. That was one other thing for us to do. So we love that. Oh, jokes. Pranked patrols. I really should have watched this build. I should have done the speed build more recently, but hey, it is what it is. I really did just sort of spare of the moment decide to do this speed build because I really loved this build and I thought it deserved a little bit of a shorter video. Yeah, we added the shuffleboard in. I nearly called it skee ball again. And I'm pretty sure now we're looking for some sofas. I think, oh yeah, well look, we've got some out near the game room there. Yeah, it's kind of this upper floor, the void created a big problem. There wasn't really enough space to have really distinct areas. It was more kind of, it sort of makes it more of a focus on the balconies, which I like, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, it was a little bit hard to sort of like furnish these areas and sort of make them feel a bit, they do feel a little bit sparse, but I do like that because it draws you in to like the beer garden area and like the upstairs, like, you know, footy area, that sort of stuff. But all right, here we are picking out some more lounges. I can't remember if literally half this video is like, I can't remember this, I can't remember that. We'll figure it out together. I think we ended up, yeah, getting those lounges to match. We also added a photo booth area down here, which was fun. So I thought that could be a really fun thing for us to do on a night out. You know, you get some photos with your friends, that sort of stuff. So we really like. Here's where we have the problem. See, I literally had such an issue with this. We needed to go back through and add that support wall in that we've added so many times. It was so annoying because we couldn't place the sort of like the plants up on the ladders, which was really frustrating. Ended up using columns, which was smart, you know, love that for me. We had to improvise, but yeah, we got there in the end, which is really good. I'm pretty sure I cut out the rest of that. I think we might come back. No, yeah, here we are, come back to it. And we're adding in our little plants. I think we ended up going with the yellow one. There we are. And I just sort of went a bit ham with it all. No, why would I place that grass up there? No, I went really ham with it all because I wanted it to feel really lush and really bushy and offer a bit of shade and coverage and that sort of stuff. So we ended up really going a bit crazy with it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I removed the flooring. I used the sledgehammer tool to get rid of it because it wouldn't let me like click on it and then like just delete it in the normal way. But see what I mean? It's all coming together now. It looks really lush. And I think it needed that plant, like, you know, that sort of like green aspect to sort of break it up because it was all white. And that's I think it looked really good in the end. Adding in a little fountain here and a little bit of a spout. a little bit of a spout for the fountain, which is cute. I thought that was a nice touch. And we're doing the same in the other upper deck here, adding in the matching greenery, which I thought turned out really well. I sort of tried to turn them all around a little bit, and I'm pretty sure when you place stuff like this as well, it literally places them at different sizes, which is cool, but I wish you can turn it off. But I also didn't really consider the fact that it's bleeding over into the main part of the roof, and I don't think we end up fixing it up, which is a bit awkward, but I don't really mind, it's not like I'm going to be looking at the roof. I'm going to be enjoying the venue, so if you think back to the original, like, bro, it's horrible. I'm so happy. So happy with how it's all turned out. All right, we're deleting all our columns now. I don't think there's much left. I'm actually I think it was about 40 minutes. Yeah, we're coming close to the end of the video, I'm pretty sure. I actually can't check right now because we're doing our little recording. We added some street lights in. I'm pretty sure I wanted to see how it was all going to look once it was nighttime, because obviously it's going to be, I picture this as a venue that's like an all hours kind of thing, like it's open for like lunch and like the afternoon. It's where you have like, cocktails, like a pub vibe, and then dinner and like the evening and late night. I think this would be open up like quite late, for the vibe would change. It would be like, the dance floor, that sort of, and like that's where the young people would come and like, it's turn up, get drinks, and like that's the vibe I was thinking of. But I liked the idea of having the venue be usable throughout the whole day, and this would be where you bring your family during the day. Like you can bring your kids and family to the pub, like you can get a pub feed, like but it's not pub vibes, it's kind of like beach club vibes during the day. So we love it. Anyway, here's where we're adjusting and adding our fire pit in, and adding some nice plush sofas. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember if we moved the current dining tables upstairs. No, we just pushed them back into the corner, which I think makes more sense because it looked a little bit bare at the back there. So I actually quite like that we ended up doing that. But yeah, I think we'll see what lounge we ended up choosing. I think we picked a lounge. Yeah, no, that's the one we used there. I think we did 3. Yeah, and we kind of angled them like that, and I thought it looked really cool. Oh, we ended up doing 2 fire pits. Love that. But yeah, that's really nice. I think that would be really nice in the evening, in summer, watching the sun go down with the fire pit. That's the vibe I was sort of going for. We get to roast some marshmallows, that sort of stuff. So we love it. I think we also, I can't remember if I added some speakers in. I think we go through and add some speakers pretty soon. Just creative styling these lounges now, which is really nice, making them yellow, our color of the build. And then here we are, just sort of, I love how you can move things up and down in The Sims 3. That's so cool. We can't do that in The Sims 2, so we love that. Just tried to change the signs so they look a little bit different, a little bit mismatched. And going around adding a little bit of greenery. Oh, jokes, I deleted it. I don't know why I'm whipping the camera around so hard. I think, did we add windows? I can't remember if we added windows into this front area. I think we tried, and then it looked really funny, and we were like, jokes. All right, here we are. We're removing that little feature wall, and this is where I'm trying to find some sort of shelving that we can use. I'm pretty sure we ended up just using cabinetry and then 2 floating shelves, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, yeah, here we are. I mean, we'll see. Oh, it was 1 floating shelf. Okay, interesting. No, I think it looks really good, and then I just sort of added some clutter items onto it and that sort of stuff. What am I doing here? I don't even know. Oh, yeah, here we're adding speakers. I was going to say, I remember adding speakers around the venue because, like, I picture they would just have some nice music playing, and it's obviously in the main area where the jazz band is. That's where the music would be coming out from the jazz band to be hooked up to their, like, audio system. But throughout the rest of the venue, they would obviously have some music playing. So really happy with it. I think I closed off those little nooks on the second floor, those little one-tile nooks, and I thought that was a good idea. Adding in all the speakers everywhere that we need them. Which is cute. I don't know. I did really try and step away and then come back and be like, okay, yeah, we'll add this, we'll add that, we'll add a bit of detail. So here we are. We must be done. Oh my God, we must be play testing it now. No, jokes. Okay, I don't know what that was. We'll have to just wait and see. Let me check how much longer this has got. Okay, that's 2 more minutes. So we're nearly done. But yeah, so this is me basically, I think I'm touring the build at this point because this is part of the original video. Yeah, we're touring it now. So I'm so happy with how this build has turned out, honestly. It's so much lighter, so much brighter, so much more detailed. And it's just so much more usable. There's so much more for my Sims to do. And that's the whole point, which I was really, really happy with. I think I was trying to figure out what to do with that awkward little bit in the male toilet there, but we ended up just leaving it as is. This is me just describing our little downstairs smoking area / beach club vibes. Like, I don't know. I'm really happy with it. The little 3 chairs at the back there, they were kind of weird, not going to lie. But I didn't really know what else to put there. Little fountain there, little entry foyer, as they say. I think I was going to say, I think we added a little bit of greenery. I thought those were something you see quite a lot in a lot of venues because they're really easy to maintain. So they're like, I really don't know the name of them, but I see them everywhere. We've got our upstairs area, which is a bit of a gaming area / an upstairs bar area, which looks really nice. Our gaming room, I put a TV there, so you might have like, you know, sports playing while you're playing foosball, that sort of stuff. Out here we have our beer garden area / jazz live music area. I had more circular tables that were more intimate. It was like giving jazz bar vibes, piano bar vibes with that. We've got our more plush seating area here with the upstairs beer garden where you get, you know, food, sit, have a yap, you know, have a chat, have a cocktail, that sort of stuff, and obviously watch the sports game of the day. We love to see it. No, but I'm really happy with how it's all turned out. And that's where we go and get our food and pay for our food and that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'm honestly so happy. I can't remember if I showed off. Yeah, I was going to say, we show off the original venue too, because like that's what it originally looked like, how dark and dingy. There's no like natural light. There's no windows. It was just open. There was nothing for the Sims to do. So that's our venue now. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really, really enjoyed doing a speed build for you guys. I've honestly never done it. I haven't done a speed build in honestly so long. When I say so long, it's literally been never. All right, here we are. So I just wanted to get a nice go back in the video and find the good shot. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I feel like it's a really functional space for the Sims to use. I love it. I'm really, really happy with it. I hope you guys like it. And as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed my first speed build. It's really, I've never done one. I've really never done one before. So let me know if you liked the speed, if you didn't like the speed. It'll be a little bit more streamlined the next time I do it because if I'm going to do a speed build, I think I'm going to literally just film it without the face cam, because the original video has face cam. My face cam's literally over the original face cam, so you don't notice it. And I'm going to use it, record the voiceover directly in my editing software, which is much easier. Like you can pause it. Like what I've been doing right now, I've literally been pausing. I've got it's a video playing. This is a video playing. So I've been pausing that and then have to pause the recording, so it doesn't exactly line up. There's probably like half a second of like where you like miss a little half second of the speed build before I click resume recording. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this. I've had so much fun doing it. And if you are interested in checking out the original video, it's 3 hours long of this build. I'll put it at the card at the end of the video, like the little end screen at the end of the video. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to leave any comments, suggestions, or feedback down below for me as well. Please also leave any suggestions about the build. Leave any suggestions for future builds you'd like to see me do on the channel or future speed builds if you want to continue seeing them in real time, or if you'd like to see a bit of a speed build, let me know. Because yeah, I'd love your suggestions, like especially if there's a really particularly bad, community lot or a house or like an apartment or something that just really it's just it's like one of those ones that's like glaringly horrible. Like let me know, because I really, really love doing those type of videos because it's so much fun to see the before and after. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a lovely day and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.